All right, so let's continue. And I see that the file has been generated for us, and I'll be very interested in it. Well, it should be interesting to see what it came up with Voice Integration Guide. I'm very excited to see this actually. So let me just close this, open up the voice. Purpose: transform archetypes and colors into compelling verbal identity. All right, so here's an example. Who are you? The colors is how do you look? And the voice is what do you sound like? All right, and it's all about this specific document. Yes, we can also save this as Markdown. I'm going to open up a Markdown file quickly for you. I'm going to open it straight here from the web browser. I know you can't see what I'm doing here right now. I'll just open up one. Where did it put it? I don't know where it copied it. All right, doesn't matter. I will show it to you very soon. But in fact, while we're at it, we have a Markdown file. I'm so used to Markdown files that I didn't even notice or told you about this Markdown file. Do you see the little hashes and the little stars? All right, so the little stars will mean it is bullet points. Hashes, 2 hashes will mean it's a subheader. A single hash will mean it's a main header, bigger fonts, right? And I want to see if there's something else in there. 3 hashes means it's H3, even smaller heading, and so forth. But there are many of these things. But if you look at this, it stays a text document until you open it up in an MD file viewer. If you go, for instance, to our web page transmissions, all those transmissions you see there, which is our blog posts, are saved as MD files. And when you view it, it shows up nicely formatted, because 2 hashes means a header 2, so it's nice and big, and so forth, and it will show up nicely formatted. We have a whole section on it, but I don't want to leave you in the dark in the middle of something. So there you have it. Back to our browser, and I like what it did. I just don't know where it saved it. I just want to see where all this stuff is saved. Oh, it went and saved it in my downloads. So why didn't I see it in the downloads? Oh, there they are. All right, sorry, I know you can't see it. I just want to make sure they are there. And I'm not too sure if I saved this one yet. I didn't. Okay. Save as marked out. All right, so now it's time to build the prompt. Except if there's anything else you can think of in regards to branding that you would like to add. We have the colors. How about this? I believe there's also a technology around fonts. Although we use Google Fonts, can you please also research fonts in reference to branding, to brand voice, and so forth, so we can have a whole MD file where we can then see fonts that can fit in with the right archetypes, with the right branding, voice, and so on. And there it goes, Afrikaans. All right. Kan ons 'n hele MD layer hê? Okay. In Whisperflow, you can say what languages it should use. Now, I obviously sounded very Afrikaans, which I am, and it said, you know what, I'm going to move over into Afrikaans. I hope it's not going to give it to me in Afrikaans, though. Okay, so I get it in Afrikaans. Let's see, hopefully it's not making the document in Afrikaans. I knew you can hear my Afrikaans a mile away when I speak English, but I didn't know it's that bad. So let it continue, it will do whatever it needs, and then now what we'll have: fonts, colors, archetypes, and brand voice. So while he's doing it, I'm just going to give it another command. Well, in fact, let it finish, because I think it's going to create this in Afrikaans. Now, even if it's in Afrikaans, it doesn't matter, right? Because AI understands each language perfectly, including Afrikaans. All right, yeah, no, it just went Afrikaans all the way. Laai die typografie gids af. All right. Can you please change this guide so that it is English? We'll do everything in English from here on out. Can you please do this guide for me in English? We'll do everything in English rather. Now, can you please create me a master prompt that I can use to find out the brand of a company when I'm going to create the graphical user interface, a web page or a web application, or even a mobile application. Ask me to always add these 3 guides for you, or these 4 guides for you as well, instead of making this master prompt too big. I want to see what is in this file. I cannot see the file. Or did it make it now in English here to the top? All right, yeah, so it just changed this for me. All right, so there it is. Matching typeface to brand archetypes, voice, and all right, so letters, shapes, font weights. Okay, so it's doing the whole 9 yards. Great. Build out a set of questions that we can ask our customer. He very often will not even have a brand, voice, or archetype, not even knowing what any of this means, but you have a logo and some colors, and it probably is not even representing his brand, but it's just colors he likes and a logo he likes, without having anything else connected to those colors. like color philosophy and so forth. So what should happen is after all these questions are asked, you can then build out a brand file from that that I then can use as an attachment when we build out a new website, web app, or mobile app. We are calling this master prompts. So I already have a web page master prompt and a couple of others, but I do need this branding master prompt so that we can impress and wow our customers by being on brand, and they might even slightly adjust their brand because of the effort that we put into it. So this prompt you're going to create for us is thus our branding master prompt. And please include the questions that is needed and even additional ones and so forth. Also, in this prompt, make sure that these questions are always asked. It must be asked. It's critical that nothing gets done until the questions are answered. And then the prompt will go through the different branding files we upload. And so this one that's generating now, what we will do is we will, in the next lesson, build out brand, and we're going to use this prompt. This prompt will be with the other 4 files be available for you. But please, what I would like you to do is to create your own, and also to take these files that I created and fine-tune it for yourselves if you not want to do a brand new one. All right, let it think. We're going to, in the next video, build out a company's brand. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye.